The Worst Year of Our Lives is brought to you by the Corporation for Public Indecency, the Dew Dog Foundation, and the Westboro Baptist Church.
Was that a little Tim Allen at the end?
Special guest, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Special guest, right-wing, cool guy. Man, Tim Allen checks a lot of the boxes. He's got the right-wing element. He's got the insane cokehead element.
Yep.
So
he's got the I had to apologize to America by making Christmas movies side.
Always a good one.
He's had a real interesting life.
It really has. It's a shame Last Man Standing got canceled in season 14, but then immediately picked back up by Fox or something?
Yeah,
cool.
Fox is picking it up.
14 more years, says my picket sign outside of whatever the network was that canceled.
ABC?
Probably ABC.
I think it was ABC.
Or CB, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all garbage.
ABC, anything but coloreds.
Sure.
CBS, colorless broadcasting system.
NBC, nothing but Caucasians.
NBC, be cool.
Hey, you were given permission to say it, so...
I was, but I'm still so trepidatious of it on a podcast.
Just blame it on your autism.
But I mean, that is a good way to go, and how I would handle it when that comes up. But yeah, it's the temptation's always there.
Yeah, it's such a touchy subject.
But I feel like if I'm doing it when I'm doing a voice, it's okay, because like it's that person saying it.
Do Jerry Lewis doing it.
Jerry Lewis, my famous Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, well, that's when I think of impersonations. I think Scott's a really good Jerry Lewis.
Hey, lady, I'm raping my cousin.
That was pretty good. Now say the N-word.
One day you'll trick me.
I'm gonna get you.
One day you'll trick me.
I'm gonna get you.
One day you'll trick me into many things.
I mean, I already bullied you into this weekend.
You did bully me into this weekend. I would just be home with my regular routine of crying and eating right now.
This episode is a multinational production because we watched it.
Not only even getting to the point where we could watch it was an ordeal.
Yeah, it was things that infuriate me quite a bit. People who don't keep things updated, or like that you use and you're like, I'll update this later, but like you never do. That's just frustrating.
And then when we use your PS4 to try to watch Nitro on, it has to update like 6.12 gigs of update shit.
But takes forever.
And take forever because the internet shit, which we also found out as we were trying to stream the actual Nitro, which I'm going to say it took us at least an hour to watch the first half hour. Where it kept, like, pause.
We had, like a little jumpy and shit.
But the things we do for your people, because it wasn't the case of...
What do you mean, you people?
You know what I mean, you people.
Wow.
Here we go.
Podcast listeners. There is going to be some interesting conversations coming from Scott soon.
Because it wasn't a case of turn on the PS4 and watch Nitro at the person's house in Washington.
Names will not be named.
Actually, I don't know why. Richard. Hey, Richard. Jack the Snack Rogers,
Big
if
Dick.
you will. Big Dick. Big Dick Nash. Great name, by the way. I wish my name was Richard Nash. It's a sweet name. Yeah, so we turn on the PS4. There's no network app. So then we just go to the browser.
Yeah.
And go to the network.
Which would have been fine.
Hoping he had the network, but he wasn't signed into it. So then I put out the word to my boys on the street, hey, give us your network login. And then while we're waiting for that, I say, oh, wait a minute. I just have the Nitro on my flash drive.
Yeah.
And then we stick the flash drive in the TV. And the TV is like a year or two too old to work for that. It's just got the service USB slot, which is bullshit, which is always a tease. Happens to me in hotels sometimes when I bring my flash drive. And I'm like, all right, USB service, come on. Beep. I would definitely call... I've been known to call a TV that only has a service USB at the end. And then we try the USB in the PS4, which should work. But then
Gives us an error message.
Gives an error. Then we need to download Media Player. But in order to download anything, we need to be signed into the PS4 account, and his account wasn't signed in either. So then,
and instead of walking the 30
instead
steps,
of walking downstairs to ask,
hey Richard, what's your password so we can sign in?
yeah, we decide to create one. So Drew creates one for me. There's a payoff to that later, where that I will pay off now, because who gives a shit? Drew has a PSN login and could have just used his own, but instead went through the entire process of creating one for me for some reason, in a rib on both of us, I guess.
Self-rib.
It was the taking me down with you rib.
Yeah.
So yeah.
However, I did get to create a hilarious name and password for you.
If anyone wants my PSN password, because that's a good thing to give out on a public broadcast, it's Take the Knot 69. Thanks, Drew.
You're welcome. Not spelt K-N-O-T.
Of course. Yeah, and
well, it's fine. They don't know your what email we
yeah,
used.
they don't know my very public email, so that'll be a tough one.
Look, if Russian hackers want to find your public email and then log into your PSN that has literally nothing connected to you,
oh, yeah.
they can go right ahead.
That's true.
You know what, Russian hackers?
I dare you!
Russian hackers, I give you full verbal consent to log into Scott Hansen's PSN account
and go nuts.
And do whatever you need to do.
Do what you will.
Do the do.
Do it, yeah. Fucking just get in there and
do dogs do the do.
Dick me up and dick me down in there. Do whatever you need to do. So yeah, so then we're doing all that. Then somebody and again, don't know why I'm protecting names, because this is a shout out. Shout out to Wilkins Xavier, who doesn't like being called Wilkins, but Will Xavier, Conti, if you will, best gear at 3-2-1 Battle versus the World a couple of weeks ago with the Wu-Tang gear. My man comes through with the login.
After being told by former TNA superstar Flip Kendrick.
Oh yeah, he was. Flip Kendrick was also in the message blast I sent out, and So my question, it was just like, hey, I believe it's my babies. Anyone got a network login? Because we're recording. We need to watch Nitro and record a podcast right now. This is not a drill. And the first response was from TNA superstar Flip Kendrick, future Lucha Underground superstar Cheetah Casanova, who will be taking over for Prince Puma. Nope, because pro wrestling isn't cool. So he roasted us.
He got us. Got us good.
But yeah, thank you, Will, for coming through in the clutch. So we got that login.
We apologize for all of the Nitro that was watched, and also bad squash matches.
Yeah, sorry for fucking up your watch history, but
sorry for Brock Lesnar versus Zach Gowen and Nathan Jones versus Chris Benoit.
Yeah, Drew was on a real weird 2003 match.
I like him big.
So does Vince. So you're in good company.
I like hosses. I also like Brock Lesnar hitting a one-legged man in the head with a chair as hard as he can.
Yeah, go check out Brock Lesnar's Zach Gowen. Actually, it's pretty brutal. It's good stuff.
I think that is the one thing I respect the most about Vince McMahon, is that he loves embarrassing weaklings.
Yes.
And there's nothing weaker than a man with one leg.
Yeah.
Who weighs 130 pounds.
And this had the bonus. This actually had the
double bonus.
Perfect storm, because Vince also likes to embarrass anyone in their hometown.
Or
let alone embarrassing a weakling in their hometown. Or
if their family is in attendance.
Or if their family's in attendance.
Which we had.
Which we also had. Yeah. So it was beautiful. Sorry, Mrs. Gowen, to watch your one-legged son get brutalized by a monster.
Yeah, just killed by a monster.
So that was fun.
He was the original one-legged James Ellsworth.
Yeah, he really was a proto James Ellsworth. Although there was nothing intrinsically silly about him like Ellsworth. He just had a physical handicap, so that's good enough for Vince, obviously.
Oh, of course, yeah. If you're even remotely weird,
sure,
yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Your career is over before it even starts.
Yeah, and I also love that when they were signing Zach Gowen, they initially signed the wrong one-legged wrestler, which is really funny.
You should find out who that guy is.
I couldn't tell you his name for $1 million, but
It was the other guy from Wham.
yeah, we were trying to remember the other guy from Wham's name. Andrew Ridgely, by the way,
Yep.
in case anyone, not to be confused with Andrew Smith.
Also, and originally, not gay.
Not gay,
Not gay.
but like he and George Michael kissed, right?
Oh, I mean, Scott, there's a big difference between being gay
And kissing George Michael.
and doing something gay.
Okay,
Like, you can do gay stuff.
as we learned this weekend.
Of course we did. You can do gay things. It
Right.
doesn't mean you're gay.
Right.
Like, if you're not enjoying it,
Yeah.
you're not gay. But if you finish, like if you come,
Yeah.
you're probably gay.
Then you're probably gay. Okay. Yeah. That checks out.
George Michael, very gay.
Yeah.
The gayest.
But not in the 80s.
But not in the 80s. Well,
He was dead butch in the 80s.
he was a secret gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It was him and Barack Obama, two secret gays.
I'm Barack Obama, and I'm gay. and I've never been more tempted to say the N-word.
I appear to have soiled my pants.
Oh boy!
Well, you're gonna have a Freudian slip at some point, and it's gonna be amazing.
By the law of averages, it's going to happen. And even though I am in control of editing and uploading the podcast, I'll somehow still put it out there.
It'll squeeze through the cracks.
Yeah.
By the time you edit it, you'll forget that you've said
No,
it.
yeah, exactly. Because I just listened to like the first 5 minutes. I listened to like the first 5 minutes back to like get the write up for it and like the thumbnail or whatever. And you know, if my beep doesn't come in the first 5, then it's getting past the censors.
Yep. Oh boy. Well, this Nitro was not fun.
This was a shit Nitro made worse by the streaming.
Yeah, streaming didn't help.
But under the best of circumstances, this sucked.
But before we actually do the results of the Nitro,
Let's do a
this
30-minute preamble.
Oh yeah, we can keep going. But I just want to say that, like, everybody shits on Vince Russo for the way that Vince Russo booked wrestling because he didn't like wrestling. He just liked the things that were involved
Dumb
around
angles
it, dumb
and
angles
shit.
and shit. But like, there is no difference whatsoever between this Nitro and Hell in a Cell. The main event of Hell in a Cell.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Like,
agree.
Everybody shits on Russo for how bad he was at it.
Yeah.
But they use his fucking...
his dumb
like,
sort of formula.
Yeah, his formula to this day.
Yeah, like a current WWE is kind of like a not quite as bad WCW 2000 because like they're so up their own ass and cocky because they're like, no one can touch us.
Yeah.
We just signed a TV deal for $17 billion.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what we do.
We can literally do anything.
We don't have to do anything for the fans.
Yeah.
At all.
Not like literally nothing matters.
Yeah. We can all like the only thing we are catering to at this point is a biannual Saudi Arabia show.
Yeah.
Those are literally the two most important shows of the year now.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our pay-per-views in matches with stipulations that are supposed to be feud-ending definitive finishes now have non-finishes to set up rematches in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Yep. They have bought and sold that company.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's real fucking bad. And it's like everything is all about sympathy. Babyface sympathy that doesn't
work. Because when was the last babyface that WWE booked correctly?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin, right? Austin and Rock?
Austin Rock.
Because like
Has to be. Because like
the first year of John Cena,
sure,
before the fans turned on him,
sure,
he was booked well as a face. But that's it, right?
Yeah.
Because literally the only over face period since John Cena was Daniel Bryan, and that was in spite of their booking.
And he was booked horribly.
Yes.
The whole time, as he is
yes.
to this day.
He was just so good and so popular that he overcame it.
And everybody else at the fan, Benoit was booked horribly after he won the title.
Yes, absolutely.
Guerrero was booked horribly after he won the title.
Yeah.
Like, Mysterio never really had a chance once he won the title.
Oh, Mysterio had like an all-time terrible title run.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, it is the first year of Cena.
Yeah.
And then before that was Rock Austin, and that was it.
Yeah.
Everything else has been booked horribly.
They're so bad at baby faces.
Well, and it's also because they spend all of their time telling you who the babyface is.
Yes.
Like, even now, like, they turn Braun heel.
But he's getting cheers over Roman.
But it's
obviously.
because they just don't realize, everybody loves Braun, but, like, we can't have that.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, that cannot be the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, turn him heel. Oh, people still like him? Well, he's just going to stay heel now.
Yeah. And that's that. So he'll become slightly less over because he's not the face-heel alignment the fans want.
Yeah.
And Roman will always be exactly the same.
Yeah. Which, for a time, was exactly what 2000 WCW was.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want Goldberg as a heel.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
then
yeah.
it was like, well, guess he's going back to being a face.
Those 2 months of heel Goldberg have been Roman Reigns' entire career.
Yeah.
Like his post-Shield career.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Turn him, and it's the wrong
It's
thing.
just wrong. Everyone knows it's wrong,
Yeah.
and the company's just fighting it so bad.
Yeah. But the difference is that WCW at least knew.
Even WCW 2000, like, cut their losses and switched
Yeah.
back because they knew, like, oh wait, this was a retarded.
Yeah. But, like, even the things that Roman's done, they've done some heelish things, but trying to pass him off as the cool face.
Yeah,
You know, like when the Shield came and powerbombed Strowman through the announce tape.
yeah, which was like a heel move.
Total heel move.
Yeah, but they were cool.
But the cool heels.
Hey, you know what's worst year of our lives reference that we haven't brought back enough? Cool swastikas. Remember that?
I do remember cool swastikas. I miss cool swastikas.
Me too. Guys, send us your cool swastikas.
That's not the only swastika reference we heard today, which was...
No, as we were informed about Ace of Base's neo-Nazi connections and how the sign they're singing about is in fact a swastika.
Swastika.
And also their first hit, All That She Wants, was not All That She Wants is Another Baby. It's in fact All That She Wants is Another Holocaust. So,
Who knew? Who knew? Ace of Base, secret Nazis.
Yeah, I learned something today. I wonder if ABBA were too, because I feel like Ace of Base like kind of patted themselves on ABBA.
Yeah, a little bit.
We've got to look into this. I wonder if everyone in Mamma Mia is a neo-Nazi. Brosnan, Street,
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. No, he's a pirate. Pirates can't be Nazis.
Firth.
Firth.
Seafried.
Man, you're killing
Dominic Cooper.
killing the Mamma Mia cast. Have you seen it?
I've seen both.
Drew, the second one was pretty recent. Why did you see that one?
Number one, my mom loves ABBA, so I took her.
Okay.
Number two, I love ABBA, so I enjoyed it.
Oh, that was a real twist in the second act there.
Fucking Cher, fucking the Dos Equis guy is in it.
Really?
Andy Garcia is in it.
Not bad.
You're missing out on All Star Cast.
We had a good time singing Cher yesterday.
Yep.
While we explored Mercer Island, Washington.
Yeah, that was interesting. Hey, let's just go see what Mercer is. Oh, it's just the suburbs.
Yeah.
There is nothing here. We got cold brew, and that was it.
Yeah. But we sang some good. We did some good. Believe by Cher.
Our whole day yesterday was driving from one food place to another food place, but killing as much time in the middle.
Yeah, it was just like semi-successfully finding things to do between large meals.
Yeah, for hours.
Yeah.
Driving in places that had no reason for anyone to be in unless they live in.
Yeah, we drove the entire coast of Mercer Island.
Yeah. That's how fucking bored we were instead of going to an all-women's wrestling show.
Yeah. Yeah, because Friday was an intergender show that you were on.
Yeah.
And I was there. And
because I bullied you into going.
Because you bullied me. Yeah, I wasn't going to go at all. And Drew played the old, what the fuck else are you going to do card? And I was like, you got me.
You're right.
Nothing. And then Saturday was an all-women's show. And we stayed down in Seattle the whole weekend because we had a wedding today, Sunday, that we're recording this. And congratulations, Cole Crazy, 3-2-1 Battle Superstar. You're a married man now. And so this is the first day of the end of your life.
You can join other successful professional wrestling
Oh,
marriages.
oh boy, that's a slippery slope. But yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, you were in Seattle on Saturday? Why didn't you go to the show?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, because there was a bunch of fucking girls wrestling,
Because we wanted to go to the
and
five
we
spot
wanted
for
to
a couple hours.
wanted to go eat a bunch instead.
Which we did. We shared 2 meals.
We did share 2 meals,
'Cause
as straight men
as,
do.
as straight friends do.
Nobody came.
Also,
Hands up, not aroused.
Hands up, not aroused. Can't get aroused. My hands are all the way up here.
Nope.
As one other 3-2-1 battle superstar, River Strife, said when he saw us for lunch.
Yep.
That when we were walking from the car, it looked like we could be a gay couple, and we're like, yeah,
Yeah, could be. Heavy air quotes. Good eating, good hangs. Glad we didn't go to the second show. Tightly run wedding today.
Yeah, in and out in 2 hours.
Yeah. Quick ceremony. No speeches at the reception. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You did it right.
Didn't spend several hours between reception and ceremony doing photos.
Wedding, reception, done, out. You guys nailed it.
Best wedding I've ever been to.
Top.
Also witnessing a man not realize he's drinking garlic butter, which is just mind blowing.
Guys, I'm gonna put out an interactive poll.
Just give your answer verbally out loud now, and then it'll count towards the poll.
Yeah, yell it into whatever device you're listening to this podcast on, and we'll get the vibe. If someone poured garlic butter into your diet soda, would you notice after drinking one sip or all of it or at any point in the drinking process thereafter, would you notice that there was garlic butter in your diet soda? Scream your answer now.
We'll wait.
We'll wait. Our answer was yes, probably. I'm pretty sure we would.
Yeah, I don't see how you wouldn't.
So, yeah, that was a thing that may develop later. We'll see.
Well, on the next podcast, we might have an answer
For yeah,
to the end result of this.
further updates as events warrant. Hey, 22 preamble, pretty good.
Yeah.
How you feeling? You feeling loose, guys? We haven't smoked.
Loosey goosey.
We haven't smoked anything today. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're losing our minds on life and love and hatred of wrestling.
We are going to do an Oxy episode.
We are 100% doing an Oxy episode.
That'll be good. Like, yeah, we'll take them like half an hour left in Nitro. We'll be about
Sure.
right to fall asleep during the podcast.
Yeah.
And I think I've got to hook up on edibles too,
Oh,
so we can also do that.
gonna be a lot of episodes with just you and me doing drugs.
Yeah. And eventually not even talking about Nitro.
What if we invited Kelly and told him they were just regular? Do you think he would be really fucking mad at us?
Probably, but I'm not saying we shouldn't do it.
I think it would be real fucking funny if we trick Kelly into eating edibles.
Yeah, he's
also,
like-
it's not like he's going to listen to this, so he's not going to know. Kelly, we're going to give you edibles.
Kelly, we're going to sneak drugs into your body.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens to you when you
Yeah.
have a bite of edibles.
These gummy bears taste a lot like weed. Whoops.
Oops. Sorry, Kelly. I hope you enjoy freaking the fuck out.
Can you read those notes?
Yep. I got enough street light that I can see.
Yeah, we're doing this in my car. But
Yeah.
stationary car. So
Yeah.
this is not a mobile episode.
This is not a mobile episode. Unless we start rolling forward very slowly.
Should I just take the parking brake off?
Yeah. Play with fire.
You know what? Call me the girl who played with fire.
Okay. Are you also the girl who kicked the hornet's nest?
Yeah, ironically, yes.
Oh.
And by ironically, I mean a different word.
Erotically?
Erotically, yes.
Sorry about all the rape.
As a rapey series of books. So I like them.
Alright. Let's see how much of this we can get through before we get angry and just start talking about other things.
Yeah, should we do this in the same way Nitro was presented to us, which is give like 3 to 7 seconds of our report on it, and then stop for a while,
Yeah.
and then go back to it.
Yeah. We'll break it up like that, real easy. So this
so mad at
this
show.
Nitro was from Dallas, Texas.
DT.
The Big Apple. Big Easy.
The Windy City.
The Windy City. City brotherly love.
The city by the bay. The city that never sleeps.
The big she likes the D. Like right off the bat, goes right into action. No preamble, no bullshit.
Man,
Goes right
what are
to
they
wrestling.
doing? It's all about the preamble. I'm
know.
pretty sure most people only didn't the aforementioned Jose say he like just listens to the preamble.
As
He's
soon
like,
as we get to
they're
the
talking
Nitro,
about Nitro
he
now.
changes
Skip.
it. Yeah. Well, that's why we try and powerhouse the Nitro so that we can get as much of the silly shit in as possible.
Exactly.
So it started out with what could have been a very good match. Wasn't.
Nope.
But that would be the ICP getting a...
Tag title shot.
I don't know that it was officially a tag title shot.
I think it was. I think it legitimately was.
Really? Because I felt like that Conan just mentioned it, and then I don't think it was actually ever...
Conan's an asshole.
Conan is
and
an
don't
asshole.
listen to anything he says.
Well, but he was the one that said it was a tag team title match.
Sure.
So
but
we're not listening to him, and it wasn't a tag team title match.
I feel like someone with more credibility said it. Maybe did Bald Jeremy Borash say
Bald
anything?
Jeremy Borash making his television debut, I
Filling
believe.
in for Scott Hudson,
So it's
whose wife went into labor that day.
apparently, even though they filmed some stuff backstage
With
earlier
Scott Hudson.
with Scott Hudson. So it was ICP versus Ray and Hoovy.
Yeah.
Conan cut a pre-show promo, as he does, where he again referred to people as fucking cranberries. Like, it's not even a thing. He's just using words.
Yeah, you're just saying words, Conan. Like, it's not... We're trying to turn on the light in my car. There it is. Too much light?
No, it's okay.
But yeah, you're literally just saying... You can't just call people a thing and decide that's an insult. But I do love the gimmick he does with it. Who's with it? Is it Tigress with them?
Is it Tigress?
Sorry.
Or is it pronounced something else?
Is it Tigris or
Tigris.
is it Tagris?
It's Tigris.
Both of which were said
used.
that way.
One, Conan referred to her as Tigris.
And Tony
And Tony
Schiavone
Schiavone referred to her as
Tagris.
Tagris.
Anyway,
So we don't know what it is.
whoever she is, I really like the gimmick, and I've done it in the past myself because I think it's really funny. Just where Conan goes to her, he's like, you like my shirt, you like my material, want to touch it? Then she goes, touch it. That's enough. I love it.
The first thing I noted was, I mean, obviously it's very fucking sloppy. There was one attempted clotheslining Violent J over the top rope.
Oh yeah,
where
didn't quite make
he
it.
tried to go over the top and then just didn't, and landed back in the ring and went under the
But
bottom.
he was actually fairly professional
Yeah.
about it. He's like, try to go over. Nope, couldn't do it, and I'll be on my way underneath.
I'm Barack Obama.
I'm Barack Obama.
And I couldn't go over the top rope.
I'm a juggalo.
Well, he's not the only person that was claimed to be a juggalo.
Magnets, how do they work?
Mark Madden on commentary.
Oh, Mark Madden got a little bit of goodwill before he lost it, like, very shortly after.
Yeah.
But a little bit right at the beginning, I'm like, oh, Mark Madden, stock rising.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mark Madden was naming some well-known jugglers. Like, yeah, Larry Zbyszko's a juggalo. And, of course, Richard Gere, American juggalo. I'm like, that's legitimately funny. That's actually funny.
Really funny. That was really good. And then at some point, Violent J did a very mean press slam on Ray. Got him up and then slammed him down really hard.
Oh, yeah, because, like, he slammed him down, which you don't see often. Like, he pushed him forward with the press. Because normally you just drop him behind you or make him do a somersault.
Yeah.
But he threw him forward in front of it, and he landed, like, basically on his ribs.
Yeah.
And it looked like it really hurt.
Because as if we're to believe that Violent J is trained in any way.
Who trained?
And
who's trained these days?
And then the match just sort of, like, had a dumb finish, and that was the end of the match. They went up for the what's up, the with that.
Yeah, well, they did I think they had I think Violent J had another gorilla press on Ray. Hoovy did like a springboard drop kick.
Violent J also threw one of the worst clotheslines I think I've ever seen.
It was a tough one.
But the finish was that they set up for the what that.
Yeah,
and instead of a headbutt, it's a double leg drop.
And Drew said, and then
Shaggy came in,
and the feed paused.
Yeah,
and Drew said, "There's no way that's the finish." I'm like, "That's definitely the finish." And guess what?
It was
the finish.
They lost to a double leg drop to the dick.
Yeah.
which I guess really would put you down.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's legitimate. It's a legit finish. Just shoot finish.
So after that, when when it paused, we could see the little bar at the bottom of like when the next match would start, and we're like,
because on the bar on the network, there's little dots on the whole timeline for the beginning and end of each match.
Yeah.
And after the first match, which is 2 dots fairly close together because it was a short match, there was a giant gap before the next match. And we're like, what could this be? Drew, what could this be?
Nothing good.
No.
Is what it is. So I'll just...
Was it heels talking forever?
It was one recurring thing that we sort of had throughout the night was Lance Storm and Elix Skipper, who had captured Major Gunn's last show, training her on how to be a Canadian, because Canadians are the best athletes in the world.
Yes, and I wasn't here last show because we couldn't do a podcast at midnight, apparently, because everyone's old. So I had noted while we were watching it, because the reason they have Major Guns is because they did MIA versus Team Canada. Loser.
The winner gets to take a team member.
Yeah. But the only person on Team Canada to take was Elix Skipper, thus making Lance Storm a slave trader.
That's true.
So that seemed problematic to me, but hey.
Blacks and women.
What do I know?
So they had her running on a treadmill and claiming that this is the only way she can be Canadian, and she keeps telling them she doesn't want to be Canadian.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to bother them, though.
No, they don't care.
I don't want to be a pirate.
Then we get a quick clip of the cat, Booker, and the cat's whore leaving the Hyatt to come to the building.
Booker's got a big old Band-Aid on his neck like a vampire bit him.
Yeah.
So either a vampire bit him or like he tried to do the Nelly and missed.
Yeah. Or the sweat slid it down.
Sure.
He's a sweaty man.
He is.
So when we come back to the arena, for no reason that has never been mentioned, the triple cage is set up.
Yeah, just 'cause. It's one of those days. It's a triple cage kind of day.
Russo comes out with the fucking Natural Born Thrillers.
Yep.
He gets in the ring, and he tries to close the door to the cage.
Yep.
And struggles desperately to get that fucking door to close.
Has a time doing it.
God, he just fucking goes on forever.
Forever.
The whole gist of it is to announce that tonight they're doing
War Games 2000.
War Games 2000 on Nitro.
Yeah.
For the title that the heel that's on his team has.
Yeah.
Not trying to take the title away from a babyface.
No.
But putting the heel champion's title
in great
on the
jeopardy.
line.
Yeah. And, Fall Brawl's in 13 days. We can't do War Games at Fall Brawl.
No, how dare we?
Got to do it on Nitro.
So he, of course, in typical Vince Russo fashion, him and then also later Nash, totally exposed business, says that he's going to announce the teams. He refers to the team, he goes, the team that I will call the Baby Faces. But the babyface team is Jarrett, Russo, Steiner, and Nash, is what he claims.
And then the other team that I'm going to call the Heels, or the bad guys.
Of the Cat, Booker, Goldberg, and even though he's an old man and washed up and past his prime, Sting will be in it.
Sting wrestled for another 15 years.
Yes. He will, but then he says that
all the real faces.
The Cat is no longer in charge with him because of a legal injunction
from his New York lawyers, which is code for Jew. Really, New York lawyers? You think they're not Jewish?
Do you want to say the other word now, or do you want to wait till later? This brings out Nash, who's not really happy about the fact that he's got to put his title up.
Nash can't stop himself from being a cool heel.
He can't. Because he doesn't, he wants to be both.
Yeah.
He just wants to be the center of attention.
He wants to be a bad guy and get cheered.
Yes. Then the lights go out, and Sting's music plays. He comes through their apron. He chases off Nash, and then, let's see. He then tells Russo that he's going to get nice and qualified.
That's right. I'm going to get nice and qualified.
And Russo runs away.
Yeah.
Up to the second cage.
Yeah.
And then Everybody kind of starts brawling. So like the
the
Natural Born Thrillers are there.
Yeah.
And so Sting starts brawling with them, and then Goldberg comes as Russo's going up the ramp, and Russo runs away like a bitch.
Yeah.
We then cut to the back where they're in Russo's office, and Sting and Jarrett are just like screaming at Russo, and Steiner and Jarrett, and Steiner throws a garbage can like right past Russo's face because he's that fucking angry. We then just like there's so much dumb stuff that happens. Like we get the Harris brothers come to the ring, they come to the ring.
Yeah.
And they say that they got a video that they're going to show, that they want to show.
That they wouldn't let them.
But they wouldn't let them, and if they don't show them, they're going to beat up the announcers.
Yeah, who gives a
So
shit?
then they show the video of them jumping Chronic in a bar.
Yeah.
Like, good for you.
Got him.
We then go back to Russo's office, where Shane Douglas is in the office, and he wants to fight Goldberg. And then Russo says, okay, well, we'll do you, and we'll do Palumbo, Reno, and
Whoever, O'Hare,
whoever was there, and we'll do it like a handicap match. And Tori, who I guess is vaguely turning face,
says
is like, don't get rid of
those guys. Those guys are faggots. Get them out.
Yeah,
of here.
those losers keep losing matches. Like, well, you could do it on your own. And he's like, you think I could do it on my own? She's like, yeah. It's like, all right, I don't need them. Let's go. And then they leave. And then Russo tells the Natural Born Thrillers to like watch Douglas's back, anyways.
Yeah.
Finally, we get to another fucking match.
It was so long between match 1 and 2.
So Sting's qualifier is a handicapped against Vampiro and Muta.
Vampiro and worst wrestler in WCW. Great movie.
I 100% called the finish.
Yes, you did. From like a mile away.
From a mile away, where
like
I
halfway
said,
through the match, you called the finish.
Vampiro's going to grab Sting's arms. Muta is going to blow the mist.
Yeah.
Sting's going to move. He's going to get Vampiro. He's going to hit the Scorpion Death Drop. And he's going to get the pin. Well, that's exactly what
Word
happened.
for word.
The match was nothing.
Yep.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Sting essentially squashed Vampiro and Muta.
Yeah. And you know what? He fulfilled his promise of getting nice and qualified.
We come back from commercial. We go to the back, and Stevie Ray is in Vince Russo's office.
I won't wrestle him.
And he said he won't wrestle him. I mean, it's super fucking obvious who it is.
Yes, it is.
But he just keeps saying him. I'm not going to wrestle him.
It's going to be a fun reveal.
And Russo tells him that he's going to like rip up his contract in front of his face.
You better wrestle him.
But then we have as the note writes, a Jarrett Steiner Nash gab.
Yeah, who even gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? So the next match, Stevie Ray comes out and
dejected,
real upset, cuts a promo about how Russo's going to fire him if he doesn't wrestle him, and then reveals it's his little brother Booker.
Oh shit!
As if no one knew that.
Who could have thought?
So Booker comes out, and then
the mind boggles.
But here's the thing: it's like Stevie said on the mic,
the N-word.
Well, but he's allowed to. He's the biggest, so...
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about
alpha.
how huge Stevie was?
Just Jade.
Like,
his pecs, his traps.
Yeah, he has huge old tits.
For a guy who's not wrestling currently, he's been working out way too hard.
Yeah. Giant arms, cut a basketball in half, glued it to his shoulders to make his traps.
Yeah. Just massive.
Huge.
But so he says... Russo, I'm going to wrestle him, but I'm not going to do it because of you. I'm going to do it for all these fans.
Yeah.
So Booker comes out. They sort of have like a very brief interaction.
Yeah.
And then Booker goes to kind of pose in the corner, and Stevie fucking Pearl Harbors him.
Yeah, Stevie jumps him, so Stevie's like de facto heel even though he is a face.
Yeah, and it's his brother who he doesn't want to fight.
Correct.
But he fucking torpedoes him.
Hey, a win's a win.
A win's a win. Also at this point, it's not really clear, but it's almost implied that if somebody beats one of the guys on the face team, they get into the match.
I don't think it is implied. I think it's implied that you have to qualify, and if you don't qualify, it just becomes more of a handicap.
But Russo
match.
said to Stevie Ray in the office,
something
he said,
you'll get
this is your chance to win the world title.
Okay, so there's that implication. Okay, because that comes up later.
Yeah. So Booker wins. The match was pretty stiff.
I believe I described it as very good for a Stevie Ray match and not very good for a Booker T match.
Yes, correct. But yeah, it was very, very stiff, very hard hitting. But I think that's Stevie's style, is just powerhouse.
Hit people too hard.
Yeah. So then we come to the back, and we have Chronic, who kill a very racist young dragon.
Oh my god. So Chronic are wandering around the back looking for the Harris brothers.
Yeah.
They ask the young dragons if they've seen the Harris brothers. The young dragons proceed to do a, like...
Who all three of them speak English.
All of whom are English speakers. Proceed to do a, like, Mickey Rooney Breakfast at Tiffany's racist level.
Mia Reiki.
Oh, Harris brother. Like, holy shit. We were, like, staring at each other, like, mouths agape at how fucking racist
But
this
our
was.
mouths were agape for another reason.
That was for another reason. It was a coincidence. But it was crazy. And then, I guess the Chronic beat up, the young dragons for being too racist.
Too racist.
And gave Yang...
Jamie-san.
Noble, a poorly timed high times
through a table.
Then we hear them counting 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, they
go.
definitely said that
And they
aloud.
still fucked it up.
They then, we cut to the ring, and 3 count are in the ring, but before they can do anything, Chronic comes out.
Kills them.
And beats the shit out of them. Gives, Helms.
Helms takes the full
Takes
Nelson
a
Slam.
really good full Nelson Slam. And then,
Moore takes the meltdown.
Yeah.
Where Clark doesn't even, like, go down with it. He just throws him off his shoulder.
He's so small, he just fucking chucks him.
Yeah.
Fucking Chuck. That's my favorite.
Fucking Chuck.
I believe my notes here say that Kelly eats his own poop.
At first it said Scott, and
Wow.
then you crossed it out.
Kelly is a dog.
Yeah.
And dogs eat their own poop.
Yeah.
So, okay. Like, I don't even... So Chronic is still in the ring.
Yeah.
The cat comes out and tells... he cuts some kind of promo about them helping or something. Like,
Yeah,
taking
but
down...
then it's revealed that that Chronic are Cat's
Cat's
qualifying
opponent. So
match.
Jarrett comes out
Yeah.
and tells Cat that his match is against Chronic.
Yeah.
The Cat tries a flash pin right off the bat.
Yeah.
But Clark doesn't really kick out.
Yeah,
of
like
it.
he tries a flash pin that's supposed to be a 2 count, but like Clark doesn't really kick out, but like it's
still a 2.
counted as a 2 anyway. It was funny.
And so Chronic win. They give the Cat a pretty good high time.
They do much better than
Yeah.
Jamie Noble.
Yeah, Cat got good air.
And if you were to ask me who's going to take a better high times, Jamie Noble or the Cat, it's probably going to be Noble.
It's Jamie Noble, but yeah.
not tonight.
It was real good.
Yeah.
They then cut to the back where Steiner is in Russo's office. It's like they watching Chronic win.
Yeah, and Russo
is happy.
Russo like reacts to it, and Steiner is staring straight ahead, making no reaction. And then there's a pause. And then Russo reacts again, and Steiner flips out.
Yeah.
Because obviously they missed the cue the first time,
Yeah.
which is really funny.
But-
So Steiner tells him he's a goddamn idiot.
Yeah, you're stupid because Chronic just qualified to
Yeah,
be in
so
it.
2 guys.
So now they are handicapped.
It's now Chronic instead of the Cat. So like way worse for them.
Way worse.
Which just makes the whole like booking of it so stupid. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna put you through these, nearly impossible qualifying matches, but if you don't do it, we're more screwed.
Yes, but like that was kind of the first reveal of the actual like
rules.
That was the
Yeah.
rule.
But Russo made the rules, so he's retarded.
He's really fucking retarded. And also, like, if you're gonna book it so that the Cat has to wrestle a handicap match,
Yeah.
why not do the Cat versus like Jindrak and O'Hare?
Sure.
Or like Reno and so like why
Yeah.
are you putting him against 2 faces and the winners are in the like why are
Yeah,
you trying to
to
make
make
it
it harder for
fair
yourselves.
for the faces?
Yeah. Also, I feel like now is as good a time as any to talk about Reno's clothing. I don't like it
I don't get it
at all.
It
what appears
is
to
it?
be khaki shorts with a leather thong over them.
Yeah. I don't get
I
it.
don't like it. It makes me upset.
It's not even clothing.
No, it's
Who
not.
wears that?
Nobody ever.
Other
Not,
than Reno.
Not even Reno.
Not even Reno.
It's a paradox.
It's a paradox. So next out, Shane Douglas comes down and is cutting a promo
I went to pee at this point, figuring he would still be talking
for
when I came back.
20 minutes.
And he wasn't.
Yeah, Goldberg cut him off, and
yeah.
came down. Goldberg proceeded to then beat the crap out of Shane Douglas until the New Blood ran in.
Yeah.
But then Goldberg just beat the shit out of the New Blood.
Yeah, Goldberg's awesome. by the
Goldberg
way.
hit on a pretty good diving double clothesline.
Yeah.
He had a good press slam. He also hit a fucking killer press slam on Mike Sanders. and then as he's dropping Mike Sanders, ran and speared
right into a spear
Shane Douglas for the win.
Yeah.
It was fucking killer.
It was great.
It was great. Goldberg will always be top 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like Steiner, Goldberg, Chronic, although Chronic kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Lance, and you know what? Number 5, Tony Schiavone, because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Tony's doing a good job not doing his job.
Then in the back, we have another fucking Russo, now Russo with Nash, where he's talking to him about, like, you know, this is my rules, like, you work for me. Nash then refers to all he cares about is retaining his strap.
Yep.
I need the strap, brother.
Keep the strap.
And then he storms away. Then the next thing, I guess there was probably one other one that we didn't write down because there was 3, but this was Team Canada was having Major Guns swim laps in the pool.
Yeah.
She keeps screaming she doesn't want to be Canadian. They then sort of like pan over a little bit, and the MIA are hiding.
They keep ignoring her and forcing their male narrative on her.
Yep. The MIA are hiding behind like a wall.
Yeah.
And they're like watching, not hiding behind the wall, although he is there.
He's with them.
The wall is behind the wall.
A wall.
A wall is behind the wall.
Yeah.
And they just talk about, like, whatever, if they touch a hair on her head, blah, blah. They then jump the...
Nobody rapes Major Guns but me. Nobody mows my lawn.
So they jump the fence and then tackle Lance and Elix into the pool, where they then have, like, a little sissy slap fight.
There's, like, a fun tackle into the pool. Who doesn't, like... It's just the idiot teenagers
goofing
fucking around in the pool. Yeah.
It's like Kelly and I at his parents' cabin doing Canadian Destroyers in the pool when we were, like, young. But before that, also...
Young and naive and homosexual.
I mean, a little bit. As Major Guns is swinging laps, Paul Poundtown is interviewing Team Canada, and then
Lance just shoves
Lance
her.
picks her up and throws her in the pool, which is great. But then...
in the next segment...
we go from that back to the arena...
where a wet Paul
Poundtown is soaking wet,
Yeah.
so she fucking time travels.
Yeah.
And she's interviewing Arn Anderson.
First thing he says...
is a total fucking perv.
First thing he said, hey, you're all wet. This is a good look, or something like that.
Like, yeah, you look good wet. I like it. And then they just talk about next week is fucking David Flair's wedding to Stacy Keibler.
What's the date of that wedding?
September 11th?
Perfect day for a wedding.
It's a great day for a fat guy wedding. I
thought you had something.
I had nothing.
I was searching. I'm like, no, Drew seems like he's got it. Nope. Next time.
Nope, I got nothing.
Don't try to go back. Don't try to go back.
Then we got like just fucking unbelievable amounts of Vince Russo on this fucking show.
It was a lot.
He's telling the Natural Born Thrillers that they need to go beat up Vito because Vito embarrassed them last week.
Vito's an American hero.
Because Vito is an American goddamn hero. Staten Island is the heartland of America.
Yep. And sideways Italian flags for everyone.
On the front and back of his
jacket. What the fuck?
So
it's really starting to bother me. It bothers me more every week.
I thought Vito actually did a pretty good promo.
He was fine. Like, promos for a lot of guys shouldn't be as difficult as we make it. Like a good for the kind of face he portrays, it works fine. Like, just I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, be an ass.
That was his promo. Like, yeah, I'm a tough guy and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yes. And so all the Natural Born Thrillers come out, and then they say that it's a Natural Born Thriller gauntlet, but Mike Sanders tells them, we do things differently in the Natural Born Thrillers. A gauntlet means all of us as a team.
Yeah.
So Vito then says that they're used to working as a team, and they're used to being in the shower pumping each other.
Oh yeah, there's just so much gay shit.
Oh yeah, like he's totally implying that they're a bunch of handsome boys who fuck.
Rampant homophobia.
And they're
not
calling
like
him
this
fat.
podcast where there's no rampant homophobia.
Yeah, because everybody's super fucking gay.
Because everyone's just gay. You can't
be homophobic.
Factually can't be
if
gay,
you're gay
and homophobic.
I'm gay. So Vito beats the crap out of him with a stick bat for a while, and then Natural Born Thrillers sort of like get the upper hand. We then get a horribly blown attempted 3D by Reno and Chuck Palumbo.
It was rough.
Real fucking bad. Like, they'd never seen the Dudleys do it before.
Yeah.
And somebody explained it to them. Like,
Yeah.
this is what the Dudleys do. You guys should do it.
They're
And they're
like,
I don't
okay, I
get
think I get it. We'll try it in the ring. We'll try it for the first time on live TV.
And it was terrible.
It was bad.
So they just beat the crap out of Vito, and then that was it. Like,
That was it, right? Yeah.
The ending was pretty funny, where like they hit like
just a bunch of moves.
like Mark Jindrak hit his no hands Jericho salt.
Yeah.
And then Reno hit like a big jumping knee, and then Jindrak hit the Shanton bomb. O'Hare hit the Shanton bomb.
Yeah.
And then Mike Sanders just like goes over.
Sanders, the only guy wearing a shirt,
very gently just like leans
Just
on him
leans
for
on
the
him for
pin.
the pin.
It was pretty cute.
It was good.
It's pretty adorable.
Yeah.
So then we go to the back where we show the two sets of teams sort of prepping for their match.
Yeah.
And then they go to commercial and they
Goldberg's not with the face team.
Yeah,
He's
it's
too cool.
It's Booker, Sting, and Chronic. And they come back from commercial and they go and they're doing a promo where Sting does like a fucking great promo because he always does.
Yeah.
And says that the heel team has a chronic problem. And then Brian Clark and Brian Adams sort of chuckle in the background, like sending for the man.
I like how Chronic's gimmick is weed references, but like they're not weed guys.
Not necessarily. I'm sure that they both.
But they don't look like weed guys. They
No.
they look like cocaine guys.
Well, I mean, that's
And
given.
and are cocaine guys.
One guy
But-
died of a massive heart attack in his early 40s.
Yeah.
And the other one was in prison for a while.
But this does continue the trend, which friend of the show, Ricky Shane Page, told us a few months ago now. Booker T and Sting work way too hard on the show.
Yeah, they really
like,
do.
They're the only ones still trying.
Yeah. So now we get fucking War Games, which the rules of War Games are
Stupid.
You have to go to the top cage outside
the belt
of the top
is hanging
cage.
above the third cage.
Yeah. You have to grab it, climb all the way back down through the bottom cage and out the door
And walk
to
out the door.
floor. to
Which, if that is just if only that is the letter of the law, I already figured out a loophole. Because, especially with the way the match was done, because once Booker went and got the title from the top, there's just people like not even going after him, just waiting in the bottom cage because he has to come back and go through. Why not just go scale down the outside, walk through the door, back out the door, done,
Perfect.
champion.
You win.
Yeah.
So Jarrett starts, takes, I'm gonna say, a week to get to the fucking ring.
We had to fast
Like,
forward.
I fast forwarded
Yeah.
it because he
It's
was
the only thing we fast forwarded.
tomfuckery
Yeah.
of just like standing in the top of the ramp and going from side to side and then going down the ramp, but like fake throwing punches at the crowd and like arguing
Yeah.
with people. And
Jarrett
then gets to the cage and then he's like just in the cage.
Jarrett,
and,
visibly drunk, throwing tortillas to the crowd. Oh wait, that was Triple Mania last year, and probably this year. I didn't see.
he didn't do it this year because he wasn't allowed to because he
was the defending world champion.
He's in trouble. He got in trouble. So the first one for Sting, or the first one for the faces, sorry, is Sting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Their stuff was pretty good.
It's fine. Sting like threw a good drop kick.
Yeah, and he like threw him a bunch against the cage, and it was all right.
It's fine.
My next note is literally just the rules are stupid.
Fact.
Then next out was Scott Steiner. So Steiner comes in and they sort of beat up Sting a bit.
Yeah.
Then out comes Chronic as both of
As
them.
one.
As one unit, which then Mark Madden has a freak out about how it's unfair.
Yep.
So Chronic come in, they start beating the shit out of Steiner and Jarrett. Jarrett goes up to the second cage.
Yep.
So both Chronic go up to the second cage. They start beating the shit out of Jarrett, and then Steiner comes up.
The footing on the second cage seems dicey.
It was very gentle. Because like it looked like it was supported by cables.
Yeah.
So like cable was running through
And then
the
sort
chain
of-
link.
Yeah. Then
but it
sort
was
of-
definitely.
It acted like netting.
But it was definitely like sinky.
Yeah.
Like you stand up. So Chronic picks up Steiner like double press slam,
Yeah.
and then we're like, well, you can't take a bump on that. Nope. They just very gently lift his back into the roof
like
of the
gently
cage above.
push him into the top cage, and
And-
then so even more gently bring
Place
him
him
down
down
into
for
like a gut buster.
double
on
gut
their
buster.
knees.
But as they're like pushing him against the roof of the cage, Steiner is like Lex Luger levels of selling it. Like,
yeah.
like none of that would hurt. You're literally having chain link fence gently pressed against your back.
Yeah. It was also around this time where, like, where the hell is DDP?
Yeah, or like anybody else that's like worth a damn.
Yeah.
Like even Luger.
Yeah.
Like nobody's around. So then out comes Russo as the next one.
Yeah.
But he brings the Harris brothers with him.
Yeah.
So the Harris brothers immediately climb up the side of the cage to the second cage and then just brawl with Chronic.
Mm-hmm.
Chronic spends the first bit just beating the shit out of them with kendo sticks.
Yeah.
And then at some point, they must climb down off the cage.
And they just brawl into the
and
crowd.
they brawl through, but you don't really see it until they're in the crowd.
Yeah, and then they're gone.
And then they're gone. So Russo's in, and he gets beat up by Sting. So Sting gives him a big stinger splash.
Yep.
Then sweeps the leg, pulls him out, gets his legs ready, goes to put him into his known finishing maneuver, the Scorpion leg lock, as Jeremy Borash called it.
Yep.
Way to know the thing you're calling, dummy.
Yep. And Russo being in a hold in a cage reminded me of a month or two ago, because when it was Russo and Flair, and then a million other times. Whatever happened to the blood falling from the ceiling?
Yep.
Was there some sort of like big payoff to that? Did Gangrel debut?
Yeah. Vampire Warrior.
And also, did I pronounce it debut?
Debut? Did you hear that? This is where they bew the beer.
But yeah,
No, there was no payoff. There was
No.
never any payoff. The payoff, I guess, was the new blood.
Yeah.
But like that didn't even really like last very long.
No, but I forgot how short the new blood.
I thought the new blood it was also the natural born.
So did I,
Killers.
and not two separate
That
things.
they go forever.
Yeah.
No, two separate things.
Yeah.
Millionaires Club and that like we're gone.
Yeah.
So you know how Russo was the fifth one out.
Yes, sir.
So number 6
Should
clearly,
be a face.
So Kev Nash, who thinks he's a face.
Well, you know what? I guess with that logic, it does make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, the entrance order is no longer standard heel face heel face. It's gone heel face heel face heel face heel heel.
Yeah. So this whole segment was really fucking just silly because it was like Nash coming in and he immediately goes for Russo like he's gonna choke him.
Yeah.
And then Steiner and Jarrett have to like pull him.
No.
Pull like don't do it. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. So then he separates, but then grabs him again.
Yeah.
And then they're like trying to get him off. So then he grabs Jarrett.
Yeah.
And he's gonna choke slam Jarrett until Steiner stops him.
Then he grabs Steiner.
Then he grabs Steiner, and like he's not saying anything.
No.
It's just Jarrett and Steiner and Russo trying to stop him from beating each other up.
Yeah.
And then I think at that point, like Sting sort of like starts to fight back a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Then next out is Booker,
Yep.
and Booker comes in, and they sort of like. But as soon as Booker's music hits and he hits the ring,
Nash gets out of the ring.
Nash like vaporized.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're like, where the fuck did Nash go?
Nash was literally standing in the middle of the ring with everybody else.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Booker got in the ring, we were like, hey, where's Nash?
Wasn't he right there a minute ago?
So then
He was like literally hiding.
yeah, Booker comes in, hits an axe kick on Jarrett.
Yeah.
Hits an axe kick on Steiner.
Yeah.
And then grabs Russo, hits an axe kick on Russo. And then Nash, we see him standing on the outside,
Yeah.
gets in and hits Booker in the face with a big boot.
Yes.
So, like, the whole thing was so that Nash didn't have to take a bump, essentially. Because, like,
Nash was like world class lazy in the match.
ultimate Cardi.
Yeah.
So then, they eventually, do they brawl up?
I think they
start going up.
Yeah.
And then the Natural Born Thrillers come back out.
Yes.
And then Goldberg comes.
Yes.
And Nash vaporizes again.
Yep.
Nash gets back out of the ring, goes back to the floor.
Anytime a new face appears, Nash is out of there.
Yes. One thing that I guess I don't know how important it is that we didn't mention before, but Russo said at the very beginning that if Goldberg qualifies, he's going to lift the restraining order against Goldberg so that Goldberg and him can interact with one another. And since Goldberg qualified, now he can kill him. So so Goldberg comes in the ring, starts clearing house, and then goes to grab Russo. And I think he gets low blowed because why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And then Russo hits him with the bat.
Yeah.
They then drag him and handcuff him to the ropes. So he's pretty much out of the match until towards the end.
Yeah.
Then
More folks are up the cage.
yeah.
now.
So at this point, Sting, Booker, Steiner, and Jarrett all go up to the second cage.
Yeah.
Then Sting does possibly the worst garbage can shot, where he picks it up, goes to swing it over his head, loses it behind his back, just kind of like a little weak little chop, and then picks it back up and then hits him with it.
Yeah, it was good.
So Sting's bad at garbage can shots.
Yeah.
So Booker goes up,
gets
the belt.
title, yeah.
Then fights off Steiner and Jarrett on his way down.
With belt shots that they barely sell.
But when he gets into the second cage...
Somehow Sting's
handcuffed to the
Yeah.
cage, which we didn't see.
No.
And even the announcers even mentioned
They're
that
like,
they were like,
Sting's handcuffed.
oh, Sting's been cuffed!
Yeah.
Which we didn't see.
This is a surprise for everyone, maybe even Sting.
So Booker gets down into the bottom cage. Steiner comes down and fucking clobbers him.
Yeah.
And then Steiner...
And Nash and Russo have just been in the bottom cage looking up.
Well, just watching.
Yeah. Doing nothing.
Nash was watching everything happen. Like, I mean, I guess in theory it is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But, like, Nash did nothing in the fucking match.
No.
He big booted Booker.
Yeah.
And he tried to chokeslam people. That was it. So when Booker comes down, he gets clobbered. Steiner has the title.
Who did Nash powerbomb? The Cat.
The Cat runs in. The Cat does a run in, kicks Steiner.
Yeah.
Pretty good, actually.
Good kick. Yeah.
Grabs the belt.
Kicks Russo.
And kicks Russo. Yeah, kicks both of them.
Yeah, good
celebrates with the belt.
Yeah.
Turns around.
Nash boots him.
Sid
Almost Pillman powerbombs because of the cage roof.
Yeah, maybe not as bad.
Not as bad, but like it was scary.
It was close. Then, as Nash is celebrating and about to leave, Goldberg fucking boss style rips his hand, rips the handcuff off the rope.
It was
with no problem.
Perfect.
It was fucking great.
Really well done. We're like, oh yeah, Goldberg's awesome.
He hits no, he doesn't do a spear. What does he do?
No, doesn't do a spear. I think does
he spear Jarrett? I feel like he spears
someone else. Yeah, he doesn't spear Nash.
He spears Jarrett or Steiner.
Yeah.
And then...
Are there thrillers in there, too? Because I feel like you just, double close.
I mean, yeah, the thrillers are still in the cage somewhere. But he must, because he gets the title from some Nash somehow.
Yes.
So he must clobber Nash. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
So now Goldberg has the belt in the ring.
Yeah.
He's posing. The crowd's really psyched. Goldberg goes to get to the door. As he gets to the door, somebody slams the door in his face.
Yeah.
It is the returning again, Bret Hart.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How many times have we said this has to be Bret Hart's last appearance? But here we are.
Guys,
September
I got news.
4.
I got news. We're never getting this Bret Goldberg match in 2000.
It doesn't happen. But this begged me to ask the question. Is it really Goldberg's kick to the head of Bret that ended Bret's career?
Or that they kept making him
Or was it the fact that they kept making him with a grade 3 concussion...
After his brains were scrambled?
Do physical labor.
Yeah.
You can't physically do things when you have a grade 3 concussion. But, in the desert stuff...
The desert shit.
And then, now this, and he did some other stuff, too.
Yeah, whatever he does on the One Thunder...
They wanted him to run on a treadmill... just to see if he could handle it.
Jesus.
He was training with Team Canada. But, so Bret clobbers him. Nash grabs the belt, and before he leaves... Russo grabs the belt.
Yes.
And then him and Nash have a stare down. He gives the belt to Nash and then begs him, please, please, please don't. Nash grabs him, and then pulls him in for a big hug, and they have a big old chuckle, and it's the second fucking show in a row.
Pointless heel dissension.
Where they think that, we're gonna rib them.
Pointless.
We're gonna trick those dumb fans into thinking...
if they hadn't done it, nothing would be different.
Nothing would have changed.
It's
it would
just
have been exactly the fucking same.
Shit for the sake of it.
That's just how Russo fucking works.
God damn it.
He thinks, I'm gonna trick them. The fans are gonna think they know what's happening.
Stupid fans. I'm so smart.
But the thing is, by doing that... you're doing the thing they thought you were going to do.
Yes.
If you had done anything else, it would have been completely different.
The swerve. If you had done it not stupid,
that's
the
swerve. If you had just done that, the whole plan was just to team up in the cage and Nash leave with the title. Done.
Yeah. Easy.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
2 shows in a row.
So there's your War Games 2000 on free television. In a triple cage, so it was the best War Games.
God damn it, I hate it.
2 more cages than regular War Games, but 1 less ring than regular War Games. So 1 more combined ring and cage than regular, so it's good.
Also, the top cage is completely pointless. Because you can
only climb the outside.
You can't go in it.
Correct.
So why not just a double cage... And the second cage is tall enough to go up to the top.
Sure.
But I guess triple's better than double.
Yeah.
And quad is better than triple, so just add another small one that you can stand on.
Drew, that's flying pretty close to the sun.
I mean,
kinda-
Whiskey Icarus is getting pretty close.
There's a reason no one's ever done a quad K. We haven't cracked the science for it.
Yeah, I guess
it's
there
like you
is.
can't keep splitting the atom.
You could. The atom bomb.
Sure, atom bomb.
Atom bomb.
Brian Clark.
Yeah.
Chronic. Full
Chronic.
circle. Circle of life. Hakuna Matata.